10. So ang module 10 all about geometric figures. But in your course syllabus, gibutan ra ato yung is kanang uh, kanang calculate the volume and areas of some figures and shapes. Pero sa ako nakita sa learning guide o sa module nga ilang gisend nya ako ra pud gisend sa inyo is naay kuan ila gidagdagan og kanang conics. So conics nag-involve siya kanang parabolas, hyperbolas, ellipse. So ila gidungan okay ra pud kay ang kana pud nga mga kuan kana siya nga topics kuan gina siya naa gina dito sa kuan sa calculus. So okay ra pud. And then kani ako na siya gituyo nga ako nagipang butang daghan nga mga geometric figures kay sa kanang module gamay ra kayo mga basic ra like pambata nga circle, pambata nga rectangle, pambata nga triangle. So since di naman mo bata, so proceed ta sa katong pang college. So kay importante pud ni since sa among time is nami solid mensuration nga subject, so separate gay to siya. So mas deeper ang among pagkuan adto. And sa inyo is wala naman gud mo solid mensuration nga subject. So gitake gito na mo whole semester. So solid mensuration tanan, plane geometry and solid geometry. But if na mo knowledge ani, if naani gi-introduce ni sa inyo hang senior high school, then okay pod. But don't worry kung wala ni natudlo, so ato i-tackle karon. So let's start with this one. So unsa man siya nga figure kaning nasa left? Mo ni ang circle, di ba? And unsa may area sa circle? What is the area of a circle? Class, unsa may area sa circle? Formula for area of a circle. Okay, pi r squared. So basic ni siya ha, basic pi r squared. Let's say ang most circle given the radius. So pwede na imo magamit ang kuan, ang kaninga formula given a radius pi r squared. Another one, if given ang diameter, so that is area is equals to pila man, di ba? We know that the relationship between the radius and diameter, that is the diameter is equals to twice the radius. So we have here pi, then ang radius di is half of the diameter. So therefore, here is d over 2 squared. So therefore, another formula for area of a circle in terms of diameter is pi over 4 then d squared. So mara ni inyong gamiton to solve for the area of a circle. Either this one pi r squared, or in terms of diameter pi over 4 d squared. Okay, how about the second figure? Unsa man ni siya? Sa may tawagan ni class, this is unsa man ni? This is a rectangle. Di ba? This is a rectangle. Okay, rectangle. And actually, dagay klase sa rectangle. But here, ang basic lang sa nga area sa rectangle. So, unsa may area sa rectangle? Okay, length times width. And in this figure, our length is represented by x, di ba? Ang length is the longest side of our rectangle represented by x. And the width of our rectangle in this figure is represented by the variable y. So therefore, we can express the area of a rectangle as the length, that is x, times the width, that is y. So simple as that, class. Maura na siya ang area for rectangle. So diri basic pa kita ha. And then how about for the third figure? Unsa man siya? This is a triangle, di ba? Triangle. This is a shape that is composed of three sides. So daghay classes triangle, we have equilateral triangle, meaning all the sides are equal. We also have isosceles triangle, katong duha ka sides are equal. Then scalene, katong none of the sides are equal. So for a triangle, the area is basically unsa man. Area is equals to, in terms of the given here. So naatay base. Okay, base man siya ang ubos nga side. Then of course the height, which is from the top vertex down to the base, which is the height should be perpendicular to the base. So man siya ang projection sa atong height. If we are given with this one, so what would be its area? Sa may area ani class? Sa may area sa ato triangle? That is okay, or 1/2, right? Diba? 1/2 base, so that is the base kaning ubos mo na yung measurement sa ubos, that is 1/2 base times the height or the altitude. So the altitude should be perpendicular to the base and passing to the vertex. Okay, passing to the vertex that is opposite to the base, so base times height. So mara na siya ang area sa triangle, di ba? I think even sa elementary nakaibaw naman nino. Elementary ninyo mo na inyo hang basic nga naibawaan sa area sa circle, rectangle, and triangle. Of course, mao na siya ang mga basic na mga figures. So proceed ta sa kanang uban nga mga figures. Let's say this one. How about for a triangle, daghay mga cases. Let's say we have a normal triangle, we have a triangle that is inscribed in a circle, and also a triangle that circumscribe the circle. So iyahang gi-enclosed ang circle, and then here siya gi-enclose siya sa circle. So this is a triangle inscribed in a circle, and then this one is a triangle circumscribing the circle. So let's start with this first figure. Okay, if we have a triangle, let's say if we have a triangle that given two sides, so na kay given nga two sides, let's say this side right here, the measurement is A, and then the other side B, and then we also have another given, that is the angle between these sides, that is theta. So if you have, or if the problem has these kaning three nga mga parameters, the two sides and the included angle, so unsa kahay formula to solve for its area? So kani siya wala na siya gitudlo sa kuan sa elementary, or maybe na some parts in high school. So para ato ni makuha, so we're going to derive. So pag derive ni ini, now just use the basic concept sa ato ang kuan triangle, di ba? Ato ang area is katay suwat, our area of a triangle is equal to 1/2 base. So we now have base here, this one, base times the height. But since we don't have height here, because atong given lang is limited lang sa kaning nga side A, then theta, and then kaning B nga base, so therefore magproject ta og height, diba? The definition of the height is from the vertex. This is the vertex that is opposite to the base, and then we're going to project a line, and this line should meet at the base and must be perpendicular. So naka-perpendicular na siya, class. And as you notice, kaning triangle nga atong nabuo, if we're going to extract this triangle, ako extract ka, so maana na siya. Okay, may nga na siya. And then we have here theta. This is height. Okay, that is now the height. And then of course this is a right triangle, and then this is the side A. Now we're going to solve for the height in terms of A. So unsa man ka, unsa may atong gamiton para ma-solve nato ang H in terms of the side A and the angle theta? Unsa man tong gamiton nga principle? Any idea? namatay angle. Remember sa inyo hang trigonometry. Unsa man? That is unsa man class? Wala idea? Ha? Unsa again? Cosine ba? Ang ato naman given kay h. H here is the side opposite to theta. So, sakto to. So, katuingon og sine. So, since kay si h class is opposite man sa sine, so mas applicable si sine kay if cosine magud wala magud tay given diri sa ubos. Although natay given but since ang atong gipangita is ang h man, so therefore let's go for sine. So here in this figure, so we have sine theta is equals to opposite, that is h over a, the hypotenuse a. So therefore h pala is equals to a sine of theta. So we now have value for h and we're going to substitute that one in our given formula. So this would now become 1/2 base times the height is a sine of theta. So therefore, rearranging, we have 1/2 AB, that is the product of the the product of the two sides, times the sine of the included angle. Muna siyang usa sa mga formula to solve for the area of a triangle given ang two sides and their included angle. So, nakakuan ra? Sabtan ra? Sabtan na class? Okay, so how about if kuan? So ato na po ni erase. So ito ni erase. Ay, sorry, maapil ang kuan, maapil ang figure. So here, how about if, di ba ganiha kay ang given kay two sides and included angle. How about if the three sides are given? So let's say this is A, B, and C. Now, if three sides are given, so I think ako na po yung introduce ninyo sa kadto ang sa kanang module 8 katong sa ato kuan trigonometry nga discussion. Lesson 2 man siguro to, part 2. Kung mitanaw na po to, kung mitanaw mo ato nga video. So here we're going to use Heron's formula. Heron's formula. So ang derivation ani comes from the cosine law and sine law. So medyo madugay man gud ta. Now for Heron's formula, we have kanang four parameters or all in all. So the first one is we're going to determine the semi-perimeter S. Ang semi-perimeter, that is the perimeter of the triangle, since semi man, so divide by 2. So we have A plus B plus C divide by 2. So this is called the semi-perimeter by Heron's formula. So semi-perimeter siya tungod kay ang entire perimeter divide by 2. And in solving for the area here, according to Heron's formula, the area of the triangle given ang three sides ha. So muna siya kanang dali nga calculation to solve for the area of a triangle. So area of a triangle, that is the square root of the semi-perimeter S times the difference of the semi-perimeter minus the first side times semi-perimeter minus the second side, then semi-perimeter minus the third side. So muna siya ato ang area sa triangle kani. So please take note ani niya Heron's nga formula. Okay, so nakuha ra ninyo? Nakuha ra? Okay, so let's proceed to the second figure. So kaning second figure, this is a kanang kuan triangle. So this is a triangle inscribed in a circle. So this is a triangle inscribed in a circle, meaning gisod siya sa circle. So here, atong given lang ari is, for this case, we are given the three sides. So this is A, this is B, and this is side C. Okay, and then of course, natay radius. So napatay radius. Assuming that this is the center, man center ha. So we have here some radius. Ang radius ani from the center to the first vertex. Of course, this is R, right? And then from this one to another vertex, still this is R. Okay? Now, if I'm going to project, okay, if I'm going to project a line from here to here, this line is perpendicular to the side C. So naka-create ko diri og kanang right triangle. And here, if we have a projection just like this one, now kung naman gud mo geometry, since perpendicular man ni siya, so kani siya nga line, this line bisects the side C. So therefore, ang kuan ani, ang measurement gikan ani nga vertex padung sa tunga kani siya, this is C over 2, meaning half sa C. And the same thing with this one. C over 2 gihapon na siya. Okay? And then, what's next? So, unsa may sunod? Now, if this is kuan, we are going to denote this one. So, kani siya. Ato na i-denote ha. If this is theta class, if this is theta, automatic, kani siyang angle here is theta pod, and then kani theta. Again, nganong equal na sila, sir? Equal ni sila since they have the same side, kani siya C over 2, and then diri pod C over 2, and then they have the same kaning ilahang common side, kaning height. That's why they are theta. And why this theta is equal to here, actually naani siya sa geometry. Ambot kung nakasugat mo ani, if you have a circle here, okay, natay circle ha, and then if we have some kanang natay ray nga na inside the circle, and then from the center, assuming this is the center of the circle, kung mag-project po ka dira og kuan, project og line, so ang kaning angle na adiri, kaning angle nga let's say this is alpha, and then this is beta, actually same sila og gi-subtend nga arc, mo na ilang arc nga gi-subtend. Now, ang relationship between this angle is that beta is equal to alpha over 2. Or that is alpha is equals to twice this angle beta. Of course, mas dako man gini si alpha kaysa ni beta. So, mo ni ilahang kanang relationship. So, applying this one to our figure, so if this is theta, automatic kaning angle nga gisubtend diri kaning duha is 2 theta. So since tunga man nato, mo nang theta gihapon. Okay, so I hope wala mo naglibog. So here nanata ni ini. And next na to buhaton is we're going to express this one. So ato siya express as an area. Okay? So again, area, this what ha? Area of this triangle, area is equals to, that is 1/2. Then here, ato i-apply itong if we are given two sides and the included angle. So here, we will just consider these two sides, this side B and this side A. And what is the angle that subtends between these sides? Di ba kanin theta? Okay, kanin theta. Okay, so we have AB sine of theta. Since ingon man ta class nga we're only given the radius, okay, the radius and the three sides. So dapat walay labot ni si theta because theta here is just part of the derivation. Dili siya labot sa ato ang kanang formula. So unsa man nato pagkuha, unsa man nato pag-solve for theta. So makita tag pamaagi diri. Now if we're going to extract one of these triangles, so kani siya, if we're going to extract one of these triangles, ato i-extract sa gawas. So may ana ni siya. Ito project. Ana, ito project. So this is theta ha, theta. And then what is this one? So kani siya. Kani nga line segment kani siya. This is r, the radius. How about this one? This side right here is equal to c over 2. Okay? So this is perpendicular. So this is a right triangle. Now, based on this figure class, unsa man ato ang ma-derive in terms of c over 2r and theta, unsa man nga trigonometric identity? Unsa man class? Naka-follow pa mo? Unsa man? Na idea ni? So kani siya, since we have a given side that is opposite to the angle and then we have hypotenuse r, so therefore mga gamit ta og sin theta. So sin theta is equals to opposite, that is c over 2 all over r. So ato na siya ibutang ari ah. So we have here sin theta is equals to c over 2r. Therefore, mana siya to equivalent sa atong sin theta, and then we are going to substitute that one in our given nga kanang kuan formula. So ang atong area mahimo na siya og mahimo siya a is equals to 1/2 ab, then sine of theta is equal to c over 2r. So put there c over 2r. Then this one equal na siya sa ABC all over 2 times 2, 4. So that is ABC over 4R. So this is now the area of a triangle nga naa siya sulod sa circle with given radius R and the three sides. So di nga na siya pag-derive. Nakasunod ra? Naipangutana ni? Nakasunod ra class? Okay, so I hope nakasunod ra. So the third figure, kanay katulo, this is a kanang triangle. This is a triangle circumscribing the circle. So circumscribing the circle. So here, ang given nato is of course nagyapon tay radius. So maghatag tag projection diri ah. So if this is the center, okay, atong projection ari ah, this is the radius r. Of course, kani nga projection, since this side, the side of this triangle is tangent to the circle, automatic ang projection sa atong radius dira is perpendicular with the side. So here we are given the radius, we're given the three sides A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, and C. And then, sa isunod. So, as you notice, kung maghatag og projection, from the center of the circle, I'm going to project a line towards the first vertex, next towards the second vertex, next towards the third vertex. So, na ako'y makreate nga tulo ka triangles. Asa man ani, kaning triangle from this point to this vertex. Let's say this is vertex M, this is N, and this is O, and then this point, the center point is P. So in this case, since nag-project man kog mga lines padung sa ilang mga vertices, na ako'y tulo ka triangle nga na-generate. So the first triangle is triangle MPO. So we have triangle MPO. Ang ikaduha is I have triangle MPN. So I have MPN. The third triangle is I have triangle NPO. So NPO. And then the fourth triangle, ay wala day. Tulo ra. So until the third triangle ra. So natay tulo ka triangle. And kung makahibaw ta unsa ang pag-solve sa kanang formulas for each triangle, then ato ra siya i-sum up. Okay, so that is the area of this entire triangle is just equal to the area of the triangle MPO plus the area of the triangle MPN plus the area of the triangle NPO. Okay, how are we going to solve for the area of each triangle? So, kung ato i-extract na ang kada triangles, let's start with the first triangle, MPO. So, yan ang itsura sa MPO. This is P, this is M, this is O. So, unsay distance between M and O, that is A, the side A. And then since natay gi-project diri nga radius R that is perpendicular, so this is now already the height R. So therefore, the area here, that is the area of MPO, is just equal to 1/2 base. The base here is the side A. Okay, base side A times the radius. The radius here R. So 1/2 AR. And since klaro na kayo nga mao po ni ang pattern pod sa other triangles, let's say for the second triangle, that is ato na pod i-drawing diri extract. Okay, the second triangle, that is M, P, and then N. We can say that the area of this triangle MPN, since nag-project pod si R diri, radius R, and then the distance from M to N is side B. So the area here is equal to 1/2. The base is B multiplied by the height R. So kung yung nakita sa pattern, ang last nga side, that is the area for the triangle NPO is just equal to 1/2 the side C times the radius. Okay. So next, ato sila i-add. I-add nato, we now have the total area is equals to the area of the triangle MPO, that is 1/2 AR plus the next triangle 1/2 BR plus the last triangle 1/2 CR. Here, since common man ang 1/2 ug ang radius, so ato sila i-factor out. So nanalantay area is equals to 1/2 times the radius R, then multiplied by A plus B plus C. In this case, class, we can still further reduce this, since I've noticed that if I'm going to combine 1/2 with these three sides, so that is R multiplied by A plus B plus C all over 2. And what is the equivalent of this expression, class? Kaning A plus B plus C all over 2. Kung sa may equivalent na niya. Okay, sa Herons, that is equivalent to the semi-perimeter, di ba? Semi-perimeter, di ba? S. So, here, the area di of a triangle that circumscribe a circle is equal to the radius times the semi-perimeter. Okay, so gamay kayo. RS ra. Okay, so nasabtan ra? Do you have any question? May pangutan ani class? Okay, so wala na. So let's proceed. let's proceed to the area of a parallelogram. So class, unsa may mga example sa parallelogram? Is a rectangle a parallelogram? Class, is a rectangle a parallelogram? Yes? No? Maybe? Unsa man? Diba, by definition, when we say parallelogram, that is, um, kanang two opposite sides, they are parallel to each other. Maginay definition sa parallelogram. So, a rectangle has kanang two opposite sides equal and they are also parallel. So, therefore, a rectangle is a parallelogram. But, kanang tanan bang parallelograms kay rectangle or dili? Are all parallelograms rectangle? Sa man class, nabiya na sa mga kanpod, mga question ba? Nganon dili man. Tungod kay, ang square is also a parallelogram but not a rectangle. Diba? Kay, mo ni ang general nga term for this one. Of course, magini ang pinaka-kuan sa parallelogram kaning mislant nga rectangle ba? Mo na gina siya parallelogram since ma-verify gyapon siya sa iyang basic nga definition, that is two opposite sides are parallel to each other. And then here pud sa square, as you notice, all sides are equal but the opposite sides pud nila are parallel to each other. So this is a parallelogram. With rhombus, as you notice, ang rhombus kay diamond na siya. So ang two opposite sides still parallel to each other. So therefore, this is still included in the parallelogram. How about here class, kaning last nga figure, kaning kite? Do you think ang kite kay a parallelogram? Class, unsa man na ang kite? Asa man na ang kite na classify? Asa man na classify ang kite? So since kung inyo na notice ang kite, kani iya ha, kaning side kani nga side is not parallel, okay? The two opposite sides are not parallel to each other anymore. So therefore, di na siya parallelogram. Tawag ani niya is a quadrilateral. Of course, muna siya og trapezium, But of course, kaning tanan diri kana sila is quadrilateral because ang quadrilateral is a polygon that is composed of four sides. So, tag-upat raman yung sides nila, so matawag sila nga quadrilateral. Again, ang square is a rectangle. Okay, all squares good a rectangle. And then all rectangles are parallelogram. So, is a rhombus class a square? Sa mangka. Is a rhombus a square? What do you think, class? Square ba ng rhombus? Ha? Tali? Okay. So, inyo na assignment. So, sige, di ta maglangay. So, let's start with the area of a parallelogram. So, suppose, ang ato first figure diri, this is a parallelogram. So, parallelogram ni siya since ang iyahang two opposite sides are parallel to each other. Let's say this is a parallelogram wherein the two sides are equal. So, I'm going to write their sides. So kani siya nga side, ang iyahang dimension ini is A. So automatic kani pod pikas A po ni siya. Then this one is B. Then kani B. And then these two sides na siya included angle. This is angle theta. So na po included angle. So unsa kay possible ani nga formula for a parallelogram? So here natay mga projections nga himuon. So since naaraman tayo direct nga formula only for rectangle, that is the base times height. So here diri or that is the length times width, sorry. For general formula for rectangle is length times width. So since kani siya di ma-apply ang length times width ani. Why? Because the width should be perpendicular to the length. Here ang width niya nga A kay naka-inclined man siya. So what we need to do here is we're going to take projections. Kung mag-take ko diri projection class, okay, na ko ma-generate nga height. Now kung ako na siya ibanan dire, since the same thing on the right, ako na ibanan dire ha. So kani siyang amount, kani siyang x, o kani siyang amount po diri they are both equal. Okay, equal na siya. Now kung ako ning papason are, ako ning i-reason are, then ako ni i-balance pikas, what happens is maano siya, mo-match siya diri Okay? So here, ang atong side diri nga B is nakuwangan. Why? Because nag-ibang tag x. However, nambot tay x sa ubos na dagdag. So therefore, kani siya, this is still B. Okay, naman sa given, this is still B and the opposite one still B. Okay, so in this way class ngatong gi balhin ni ngadto diri na create og rectangle. So again, balik ta sa rectangle nga formula, that is area is equals to the length times the width. Okay, the length times the width. And the length here is B, but the width here is kanisya the height here H. Okay, how are we going to solve for the height H? Given that we have an angle here and we have A as the lateral width. Unsa man ka class? Unsa man itong ma-derive niya na? So diba, if we're going to extract this, kung ato na siya i-extract, natay right triangle nga mahimo. This is theta, this is the height, and this is the A. A is the hypotenuse. So we have again hypotenuse and opposite, so we can apply sine identity. So that is sine theta is equals to h over A. So therefore our height pala is equals to A sine of theta. So going back to our formula here, that is the length here is B, the width is the height. But since we already have an expression for height in terms of the side A and the included angle theta, so we have AB sine of theta. So this is the general formula for a parallelogram given ang duha ka side and their included angle. Okay, so I think familiar ni ninyo kay napo ni sa inyohang napo ni sa ato previous nga section, kato previous section nga formula for triangle, that is 1/2 AB sine theta. Of course, valid siya. Why? Because kung ato ning tungaon ning parallelogram, kung ato na siya tungaon, unsay ma-generate? That is a triangle. So therefore, ang triangle is just 1/2 of any rectangle or parallelogram. So mo nang 1/2 to iya AB sine theta. Okay, walay pangutanan Wala na? Okay. So proceed ta sa second figure, that is the square. Okay. So ang square, sayo na ni. This is a square. So a square has all sides equal. So if this is the side A, of course, ang peak at bang A, diri pod A, and then diri pod A, and then ang iyahang angle sa corner is 90 degrees. Okay, 90 degree kina siya. So therefore, applying the area for a rectangle, that is area here, apply tas area. Area is equals to the length times width. Since both the length and the width are the same, that is equal to A, so therefore we have here A times A, so that is A squared. So this is the general formula for a square. Of course, since elementary na nagyud mo ani. Okay? Or in other kuan sa elementary nga notation is S squared kay kuan man. S denotes for side. So if nalataan ni, then let's proceed to the rhombus. Ang rhombus, square na siya but naka-inclined lang. So ang other term pod sa rhombus is diamond. Di ba ang diamond shape niya kay rhombus? So here, ang diamond is all sides are equal gihapon. So that is, this one is A, this one is A, this one is A, and then this one is A. And as you notice, we have diagonals here. So natay diagonal nga usa kani. We're going to let this one as D1. Kaning lengths sa pinaka taas nga diagonal, we're going to denote that one as D1, and then ikaduha, this one is D2. And of course, the angle between these kanang diagonals is 90 degrees. So 90 degrees na siya. Okay. So here, if given ang kuan class, if given ang kanang ato ang diagonal of a rhombus ha, given lang ang diagonal of a rhombus, meaning wala nang side A and B. I mean sides A. So ito na erase. Well anyways, basta kay sa rhombus all sides are equal. What if sa problem given lang ang diagonals niya D1 and D2? So unsa may formula for its area? So in order to derive the formula here, now from the figure, manotice nimo kani siya, the distance from this vertex to this is just 1/2 of D2, di ba? Kani siya, this is just 1/2 of D2. And then also the same with this one, kana siya, that is just D2 over 2 or 1/2. And also for D1, since longer diagonal siya nya, gitunga siya at the center, so therefore ang length sa kanang pikas or ang length sa upper is ato ni isuwat. So this is the length here kani siya, this is D1 over 2. Kani pod sa ubos, this one is D1 over 2 gihapon kay katunga man. So if I'm going to extract one triangle here, extract ko usa ka triangle ha. Let's say we're going to extract this one. Usa ka triangle kada akong gi-shadean, ato na extract dira. We're going to put it here. So if I'm going to extract one triangle here, so the height here, unsa man sukod ani class? Base ato ang gipang kuan gipang let nga mga values. What is the distance in this one? Kani siya nga side. This is equal to, di ba? This is D1 over 2, di ba? D1 over 2. The length of the kanang kuan, the length of the longer diagonal divided by 2, and this one is the length of the shorter diagonal D2 over 2 divided by 2. So this is right angle. So therefore right triangle na siya. And since natay base, that is D2 over 2, and the height D1 over 2, so therefore we can say that the area of this triangle is just 1/2. The base is D2 over 2, and the height is D1 over 2. So simplifying, this would be D1 times D2 all over, this one is 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8. So D1 D2 all over 8. Mo panay area sa usa ka right triangle. But since we have 4 right triangles sa atong rhombus, so upat ni sila kabuok. Kani usa, duha, then tulo, upat. So therefore, we're going to multiply this kani ato nakuha by 4 in order to to get the final area for the rhombus. So ang area dahil sa rhombus is equals to 4 multiplied by d1 times d2 divided by 8. So here 4 divided by 8, that is 2. So therefore the area of a rhombus is 1/2 times the product of their diagonals. Kung given ang duha ka diagonals, mora na imong gamiton nga formula. Okay? So walay problema ni. Sabtan na. So let's proceed to the kite. So si kite pod mura na siya rhombus gihapon. So mag-label na pod ta for kite na gihapon siya kanang duha ka diagonals. The longer one ato i-denote nga D1, the shorter one is D2. But this time only si D2 kay mo 1/2. Whereas for D1 di na siya ingon nga 1/2 siya since kani siya mas dako maning sa ubos kaysa sa gamay. I mean sa babaw. So here this is D2 over 2. This is D2 over 2. So kanito nga. And then still 90 degrees siya na siya. Okay, so unsa man ato ang buhaton ani so that we can derive the formula for the kite. So mag-assume ta nga kani siya from this vertex, so mag-project ta from this vertex to this one, the location of the second diagonal, we're going to label that one as H. So diri pod sa ubos nga vertex, ato na ni erase si dito are. Ato i-project ang kaning ubos nga vertex, i-project nato towards the second diagonal. The height here is D1 minus H. Kaya ang overall is D1 man siya. Okay? Ang overall ani is D1 man. Okay, so this is D1 minus H. So here, we have two triangles nga ato ang ma-derive here. Kani, let's consider first this triangle. Ang upper triangle, kani siya ang gishadan. Okay, kani siya ang gishadan. Ato na siya i-project. Ingan na siya porma. So nga nagporma, then naaman tayo nakabutang dira nga height. This one is H, di ba? This one is H. And then kaning entire nga length, this is D2. This entire length here is D2. So, di ba, basic nga formula for triangle, kay since triangle man na generate, so we have area here is equal to 1/2. The base here is D2. Kani siya, base D2. Base is D2. Then the height here is H. Okay, so nanata. And then since sa atong kite napamantay area sa ubos, kaning nabilin, kaning wala ko shade, then this is the second area which is a triangle gihapon. So ato na i-project, drawing na pag-utro, inga na porma sa ubos. So paana siya. Here ang base na po diri is D2 gihapon. But the height now, kaning projected height niya, this is already D1 minus H. Based atong figure nga atong gidrawing, di ba? D1 minus H na siya. So the area here, ang area diri is equal to 1/2 base times height. The base here is D2 gihapon, kani si D2. So put here D2 times the height is D1 minus H. That is D1 minus H. So nanatay area sa duha ka triangle. So what we need to do now is to add them so that we can get the area of the the kite. So i-add na to ang area sa usa plus ang area sa ikaduha. Plus area sa ikaduha. So ato na siya i-combine. We have 1/2 that is D2H plus 1/2 D2 times d1 minus h. Okay, so since here common man si 1/2 and dito, so we can factor them at this time of factor. So that is 1/2 dito. Then what's left sa first term is h. On the second term, that is plus d1 minus h. So here, h minus h, 0, di ba? Cancel man eh. Therefore, what's left is, ang area di ay sa kite, area sa kite is equals to 1/2 d2 times the d1 na lang dito. So that is d1 times d2. So therefore, still, ang kite, same ra gyapon sa rhombus, that is 1/2 times the product of their diagonals. So, at least, ato na prove based atong pag-derive. So, walay pangutana ni so far. Walay pangutana class. So, nasabtan ra. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. Here, the area of other quadrilaterals. So, are you familiar with this first figure? Unsa man siya nga type of quadrilateral? Kaning first nga figure. Unsa man siya class? This is, unsa man siya? Trapezoid. So, this is a trapezoid. Trapezoid ni. Sorry. Actually, ang trapezoid na siya ay duha ka klase. Natay gitawag nga isosceles nga trapezoid ug napud tay kanang trapezium. So kani siya, this is an isosceles triangle because ang kani siyang angle diri is equal with the opposite one. So kaning angle diri ug angle diri both are equal, so isosceles na siya nga trapezoid. So for a trapezoid, ang given sa trapezoid is we have ato na i-project given na iya height. So natay height, and then of course given po ang iyahang base. Given po iyang base, let's say this is base 1. Of course na po kay length diri nga base 2. Okay, so here ato po i-analyze kung yun sa pag-generate ang kanang area for a trapezoid. So ato ni project diri nga siya. So here kung ato ni siya i-let nga x, or ato na siya ikuan, if I'm going to let this one as x, so kani siya ato na i-let nga x, ang distance niya this is x, and then this one is also x. So kani siya diri padong diri x ni siya. Okay, so ang kani siya ang base 2 di ay ang base 2 kani si base 2 based on this, diba? Base 2 is kani nga portion. Okay, kani siya nga portion si base 2. So base 2 is just equal to base 1 minus 2x. Diba? Base 2 is equals to base 1 minus 2x. And then same with the parallelogram, kung ato ni siya ikuan class, ato ni tangtangon, okay, ato na pala tangtangon na, ako ni tangtangon, then kung ako na po na i-balance pikas, same na gyapon na may tabo. Okay, ako i-balance pikas. So maani ang na-generate. As you notice, nahimo na siya og unsa man, nahimo na siya og rectangle. wherein ang iyahang kuan ang kanisiya, di ba? This is ang measure ang sukod na ani napuna naman siya, this is x, di ba? So therefore this rectangle na ato na extract ka para yung maglibog. If we're going to extract this, naiani na siya. Nahimon siyang rectangle wherein ang iyahang measurement diri is nana siya ay base 2 plus x. Then ang iyahang width or the height is equal to h. Okay. So in this figure, this is already a rectangle. So the area here is just the length, that is base 2 plus x multiplied by the height h. And since x is not given, so ato naman ang gilet nga variable, then from this equation, di ba naman ta equation gibuhat diri, we're going to solve for x in terms of base 1 and base 2. So here, x here is x is equals to base 1. Okay, ato ra ni ikuan. Ato ra ning gi kanang sana ato ra ding gi-modify solving for x na siya. So x here is base 1 minus base 2 all over 2. Okay, sorry. Base 1 minus base 2 all over 2. So this is base 1 minus base 2 all over 2. Kana siya, mo na to i-substitute ari. Okay, so that mahimo na siya og base 2 plus base 1 over 2 minus base 2 all over 2 multiplied by the height. Here, combine same term, so that is base 2 minus base 2 over 2, that is base 2 over 2. So base 1 over 2 plus base 2 all over 2 multiplied by the height. Or that is, ang common nato nga nahibuan sa trapezoid, that is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 multiplied by height. So same na siya. Okay, so nasabtan ninyo? Nasabtan ra? Okay, so let's proceed to the next. Kani siya. Kaning general form sa quadrilateral. Second figure is the general form of a quadrilateral. So general form of a quadrilateral. So general form of a quadrilateral, of course, given ginaan 3 sides. So palit ta maglisod para dili crowded, ato lang ni delete. Ato ni delete. Okay. So ang general form sa quadrilateral, okay, kani siya. Ito na i-move dali. So ito po ni erase. So here, for a general form of a quadrilateral, given ay 3 sides. Let's say this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. And also, ang ihapong kanang angles. Let's say this is angle theta, this is angle phi, this is angle alpha, and then this is angle beta. Of course, ang sum aning angles, that is theta plus phi plus alpha plus beta is equals to 360 degrees. Why 360? Because if I'm going to divide this into 2 equal parts along its vertex, so kana, di ba? Duha ka triangles. And di ba, for each triangle, the sum of the angle is 180. So since na duha ka triangles, so therefore, ang sum ano niya is 360, kay 180 times 2, 1. So here, class, for the general form of a quadrilateral, natay duha ka case ni. But let's solve first for the area given the sides. So ang area ni ani is actually taas ang derivation, but kani siya nga formula is na discover ni ni katong Indian ni siya nga kuan sa una, Indian nga mathematician. So the area for a general quadrilateral is equal to the square root, okay, square root of s, nagyan po siya s. Again, s is the semi-perimeter, but this time wala siya s times. Lalago na siya s minus a times s minus b times s minus c times s minus d minus the product of these four sides, that is a, b, c, d, then cosine of ato ilet nga this is cosine of gamma. Okay, this gamma, kaning gamma, I mean ato sa tagsa-tagsaon, that is for s, tawag aning s is the semi-perimeter. So sa semi-perimeter is the perimeter of the quadrilateral divided by 2. So that is a plus b plus c plus d divided by 2. So mana siya ang iyahang semi-perimeter. And for the angle gamma ang akong gipasabot ari, actually wala siya sa given, di ba? The given here is only alpha, theta, phi, and beta. So to solve for gamma, that is ang gamma is either equal to the sum of the two angles that is opposite to each other. So that is theta plus phi all over 2, or alpha plus beta all over 2. So mora na siya class, mora siya ang general formula for a quadrilateral. So medyo taas kayo siya, taas jud. So I hope inyo nagi-take note, and for the second nabutay lahi nga formula. Okay, natay lahi nga formula nini. What if ang given diri is kaning duha ka diagonals. Okay? What if ang given kay duha ka diagonals, that is d1, given ani kay d1, d2, and the included angle. So included angle. Okay, so diri ako erase ang kaning mga kuan, kay mga angles diri o mga kanang legend. So since ingon man diri nga given ra ang d1 ug d2 ug ang included angle nila, so this one kani siya, d1 is siya, d1. Let's say we're going to assume that this is d1, and then kani pod akong gidraw diri, kani siya, this is also d2, this is d2. So again, this is d1, and then this is d2. Ang included angle nga akong gipasabot, okay, this is included angle theta, kani siya diri, kaning theta. So ang pag-derive niini, kaya ang pag-derive niini is medyo kani siya kanang taas-taas ni sa pag-derive ani niya kaning quadrilateral. So here actually ang iyang ang area ni ani for this quadrilateral is basically kanang by using this kanang triangle. So for a quadrilateral, that is ang area ni area is equals to 1/2 d1 times d2, then sine of theta. So man siya class d1 times d2 and then sine of theta. So kanang nganong ingon ana man sir? Well actually going back to our figure, if this one is theta, kani siya, this is 180 minus theta, di ba? Kani siya. This is 180 minus theta. Okay, so 180 minus theta na siya. And here, since kuan man siya, since if this is a kanang kuan, a trapezoid, automatic kani siya diri. Kani ang measurement ani, kaya ang measurement ni kani siya from this point up to this vertex. Actually, this is just 1/2 of d2. This is d2 all over 2. And also this one, this is d2 over 2 gihapon. So d2 all over 2. And the same thing with d1. Kani siya diri, this is also this one, this is also d1 over 2, and then the other one is d1 over 2. Okay, so here kani pod glass, kaning angle diri, this is also angle theta, and this one is also 180 minus theta. Ngano man, since diba sa aton geometry, if natayong ani, if we have an angle here, of course this one is also theta, diba, because they are kanang vertical angles, meaning nagkuan na sila nagkatapad. And then of course kanin siya, if this is 180 minus theta, automatic kani po diring angle is the same pod 180 minus theta. So mo na siya ma-apply diri. And by considering the first triangle, let's say kani nga triangle ang unahon na kani siya, kani nga triangle kanang gishadan. If we are going to extract this first triangle, so ato extract ha. So diri ato i-drawing, so may ana na siya. This one is theta. This one is d1 over 2. This one is d1 over 2. And the other side is d2 over 2. So d2 over 2 na siya. Now, this is a triangle given ang duha ka side under included angle. So therefore, kay ba nata sa area ni ini. The area here is equal to 1/2. That is AB. So we have d1 over 2 times d2 over 2 times the sine of the included angle, that is sine theta. That is sine theta. So here ko ato siya i-simplify. Simplifying further, so we have here d1 times d2 all over 8 then sine theta. Mao pala na ang area ani, and to tell you class, ang area ani is just equal to area pod ani. Kay pareha naman sila theta and pareha po given. So ang nakalahi ra nga triangle is kaning triangle nga nasa babaw, kani o kaning ubos. And of course kaning nga triangle sa babaw ug sa ubos, they are both equal. So ato na po na i-extract kanang triangle sa babaw. So ato i-extract, mag-iana na siya. Pag extract nato, this time the angle here is 180 minus theta na. So naka 180 na ni, naka 180 minus theta. So this would now equal to 180 minus theta. And then unsa lang po yung mga given nga mga sides. So base sa ato ang figure, kaning usa is d2 over 2. So I mean start with d1, this one is d1 over 2. Now ay kaduha kani siya, this is d2 over 2. So again, this is a triangle given ang two sides and the included angle. Therefore ang area niini, area here is equal to 1/2, that is d1 over 2 multiplied by d2 over 2 times the sine of 180 minus theta. So here simplifying, we have d1 times d2 all over 8 multiplied by the sine of 180 minus theta. Class, unsa may equivalent sa sine 180 minus theta? What is the equivalent of sine 180 minus theta? Kani siya? Do you have any idea unsa na siya pag-simplify? Nga may idea? Actually, kana siya equivalent na siya sa katong kuan. We can apply here katong kanang sum of two angles and difference of two angles for sine law, diba? Katong ato ang identities sa I mean this is a difference of two angles wherein for sine that is just equal to sine 180 cosine theta minus cosine 180 sine theta. Nakinamnon pa mo ani? That is sin theta cosine phi sin cos cosine na siya. Diba? Cosine theta sine phi. So nana siya sa ato ang trigonometric identity. Here kani siya sine 180 is 0, diba? Sine 180 mo na i-plug in sa calculator, 0 gina siya. However, for this cosine 180, this is negative 1. And since we have negative here, magiging positive. So what's left pala, or the equivalent of sine 180 minus theta, is just equal to sine theta. So therefore, this is d1 d2 over 8. This is just the same as sine theta. So we now have area for the upper triangle. And since kaning duha ka triangles nga atong gikuha, we are going to multiply each of them by 2. Why? Sa figure man go, di ba? Duha man sila pair. Therefore, the total area here, area total is equal to twice the area sa side plus twice sa area sa kaning upper. So what is the area of the side? Mo ni siya kaning side nga triangle. So that is 2 times d1 d2 over 8 sine of theta plus 2 times sa lower kani siya d1 d2 over 8 sine of theta. So simplifying further, that is 1/4 d1 d2 sine theta plus 1/4 d1 d2 sine theta. And combining further, 1/4 plus 1/4 is 1/2. So therefore, the area for a general trapezoid given ang diagonal under included nga angle, so that is 1/2 d1 d2 sine of theta. So therefore, sakto taong gingon ganiha that the area is 1/2 d1 d2 sine of theta. So mo na siya yung gamiton. So na sunod ra. Class, are you still following with me? Kasunod ra mo? Ha? Kasunod ra?
Yes, sir.
Wa nag-loading? Okay, let's take a break muna, mga 30 seconds lang or 1 minute. Okay, class, let's continue. So, napa mo? Napa mo? Napa di ay. Silent pang god. Okay. So, proceed ta sa kaning ikatulo nga figure. So, ato sa ni i-erase. Kay naampoy quadrilateral nga gisud pud siya sa kuan. Naampoy quadrilateral nga gisud sa circle, or ang circle kay gisud sa quadrilateral. Okay, so kuanta, proceed ta ni kani siya. So tani i-move array. So we have here kanang quadrilateral. So this is a quadrilateral. quadrilateral circumscribing a circle. So circumscribing a circle. So in this derivation class, ato i-derive ang area sa quadrilateral circumscribing a circle. Ang given niya is ang tanang sides. So how to indicate this is side A, side B, side C, and side D, and also the radius of this circle. Let's say this is the center. So every projection sa iyang side class always naka-perpendicular siya. So this is R. And then also with side D, pag project na po nato dira, always naka-perpendicular gina siya class. Still R. And then for side C, pag project na to ara, always naka-perpendicular na siya. Tungod kay kaning side C is tangent to circle. Para mahuot si circle, always tangent gana siya. And the same thing with side B, pag project na to sa radius sa circle, always naka-tangent gina siya. Okay, so next is, kung mag-project ko from the center of this circle to each vertex in this quadrilateral, okay, ito i-connect ha. Ito connect. Inyo na notice is naka-create ta og saman. Create tag mga triangles. And how many triangles? We have 4 triangles. So if we're going to label, okay, para dito maglisod, if we're going to label the center as P, so we have 4 triangles. The first one, so we have triangle number 1, that is triangle CPB. CPB. Triangle 2, that is BPA. Triangle BPA. Sama siya, BPA. I hope nakasunod mo. The third triangle, that is triangle 3, is kaning siya, kaning for side B. So we have DBA. So DPA. And the last triangle, triangle 4, that is triangle DPC. DPC. So here, atong tagsa-tagsaon kada triangle. Let's start with the first triangle. So we have here triangle number 1, that is CPB. In this triangle, unsa may iyahang kuan? Porma niini. Ato na i-extract mo ano niya porma. Okay, we have the kanang kuan, we have the side D, and then na projection diri nga radius, di ba? This is R because this is point P, this is C, and then this is B. So since namatay triangle with a given base, assuming that the base here is the line segment CB, so makakuha tag area diri. Ang area nato diri, area here is equals to 1/2. The base here is side D times the height here is the radius. So 1/2 dr. Muna sa first triangle. Sa second, that is triangle number 2 is triangle BPA. So BPA, asa madapit? Nasa babaw. Ato i-extract, ingani na siya. So this is B, this is P, this is A. So gyapon tayo naka-project dira nga radius R. And then this is side A. So therefore, still magamit gyapon nato ang formula for triangle, that is area here is 1/2 times A times R. As you notice, natay pattern nga nahimo, di ba? Mara siya 1/2 times the side kung asan na lie ang triangle multiplied by the radius. So repeating this one to the third and last nga triangle, that is DPA. In triangle DPA, makakonclude pud ta nga ang area niini, the area here is equals to 1/2 unsa may side nga naa ni DPA. Class sa figure unsa man nga side ang naa ni DPA. Kaning triangle DPA unsa may side nga given diri. Sige daw kung naka-follow ba. Unsa man nga side? Side B kani di ba? Side B. So kana side B. So therefore that is 1/2 BR. And for the last triangle, so we have triangle number 4, that is triangle DPC. So DPC, the area there, area is 1/2, and then ang side nga na include niya nga triangle is side C. So put here C. C times R. Okay. And in solving for the entire area of this quadrilateral that circumscribe a circle, so the sum of these areas. So the total area is equal to the sum of this area. So starting with the first triangle, that is 1/2 DR. The second is 1/2 AR. Third is 1/2 BR. Fourth is 1/2 CR. Since common man ang 1/2 R diri, so factor out 1/2 R. Rearranging, that is A plus B plus C plus D. Now, kung ato ibutang si 1/2 aning upat, that is R multiplied by A plus B plus C plus D divide by 2. Plus, unsa man siya nga expression, kaning A plus B plus C plus D divide by 2. Unsa man na siya? That is just equal to, unsa man? Okay, equal to the semi-perimeter. So that is R times S, wherein S is equals to A plus B plus C plus D divide by 2. So, mao ni siya class. Mao ni ang formula for a quadrilateral. Bahalag nagkalahi-lahi pa na iyang forma basta kay naka-circumscribe siya sa circle with a given radius R. So, walay question ani? Na-gets ra? Nakuha ra class? Walay pangutana? Okay, so silence means yes. So, proceed ta sa last. So, ang last ani is kani siya. So, this is a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle. So, na siya sulod sa circle. So, here, ang formula ni ani is, ang given day ni ani is, of course, the side. That is side A, side B, side C, and side D. So, here, ang area ni ani is by using kanang Ptolemy's formula. So, according to him class, the area of a, siya. Actually, ang other term, niya, this is a cyclic quadrilateral. Nganong cyclic quadrilateral man, tungod kay, ang quadrilateral kay naasulod sa circle. So, cyclic quadrilateral ang other term ni ini. So, for a cyclic quadrilateral, the area of the quadrilateral inside the circle, kani siya atong gipasabot. The area here is just, butang this is area, is equal to, according to Ptolemy's formula, that is the square root, mura siya Heron style. S minus A times S minus B times S minus C times S minus D. Actually, wala na siya atong, unsa man? Wala na siya atong minus, di ba? Sa general nga quadrilateral kay Kinapabinadri minus ABCD, di ba? Minus ABCD cosine of gamma. Now, nganong na-erase man, tungod kay ang gamma diri, di ba ang gamma is the sum of the opposite angles, then divide by 2. So, ang opposite angles mo diri, they are equal. They are equal, and then, kung imo i-divide by 2, I mean, they're not equal necessarily, but ay lahang sum, divide by 2, mo sum up man gud siya 90. Okay? Mo sum up na siya og kanang 90. And to illustrate that, ngano mo sum up man siya og 90, so ato i-derive para jud sigurado. Let's say we have a circle, then assuming ato ikuan si A. So, projection ni A kay mo ni siya. Okay, projection ni A. So this is angle A, alpha. Then napod si C, picas. So si C napod dira. Napod si C. Okay, and this is angle gamma lang. I mean angle beta lang. Kunyari. So angle beta. So here, si beta, pagkuha ni beta, so sa balik sa geometry, beta is just equal to 1/2 of this arc. Kani siya nga length. Let's say this is xy. Beta is just 1/2 of this arc length. Kani siya. Kaning arc length nga xy. So arc length is expressed in degrees. So that is arc xy. Mo na expression for beta. And for alpha, ni alpha na pod, same with beta gyapon ang formula. This 1/2, but this time kanina, kani nga arc di na si xy. Kaninang pikas ng arc. Unsa man yung pikas ng arc? That is 1/2. Well, ang entire circle, the arc length is 360 degrees. That is in degrees, ha? So that is 360 degrees minus this arc length xy kaning padri. So minus arc length xy. I hope naka-follow. So here, kung na-remember ninyo ganiha, kaning y, kaning gamma, ang formula man gud ni gamma, gaganiha, gamma is equals to the sum of the opposite angles. So here, ang atong example diri kay alpha and beta. That is alpha plus beta divided by 2. So ato sila i-add. Based atong derivation, alpha is 1/2. That is 1/2 multiplied by 360 minus arc xy. Plus beta, that is 1/2 arc xy. Divide by 2. So, extracting out the 1/2. So 1/2 multiplied by 360 minus arc xy plus arc xy. Unsay naitabo, ma-cancel ni siya, di ba? This one will be cancelled out, ma-zero na. So what's left is, ato i-bring down sa ubos si 1/2, magiging 360 degrees divide by 4 na lang, di ba? Kani siya multiplied by 2, so 4. And then, we all know that 360 degrees divided by 4, this is equal to 90 degrees. And the cosine of 90, we all know, since gamma, naka-cosine man ni ari, we all know that cosine of 90 is, unsa man class, pila may cosine 90? Class, pila may cosine of 90? 0. So therefore, if this is 0, kani siya nga entire term 0. So that's why we only have this. So mo ni kanto-limi nga formula. Kanila siya may naa, wa na siya. For a cyclic quadrilateral, mo na ayang general formula. So kanila class, mo ra gini inyo hinumduman. Okay, so way pangutana so far. Wala pangutana. Actually, sa kaning mga area sa quadrilateral, mga about plane geometry, dapat na may knowledge sa basic po na geometry. Malagi ni kanya akong ipang-explain sa inyo. So, mas mayo inyo i-review po niyo geometry para maka-catch up mo ni nga part. So, if ay pangutana, then let's proceed to the next. Kaning area of a regular polygon. So, kaning first figure, unsa man siya nga klase sa polygon? Unsa man siya class? Unsa man nga klase nga polygon kani siyang first figure? Dili mo familiar ani? Octagon. Okay, so di ba ganiha nag-start ta ni triangle which is a polygon. Again, polygon ang general tawag ato. Polygon of kanang polygon comprising of 3 sides. Then next is quadrilateral, that is a polygon comprising of 4 sides. Then if a polygon nag-comprise na siya og 5 or more, so naa po siya mga pangan. For a 5-sided kanang polygon, tawag niya is, di ba, pentagon. Then ang 6-sided nga polygon is hexagon, di ba? Hexagon. Then next is for 8-sided, octagon. 7 is heptagon ba? Oh, heptagon. Then next is nonagon. And then ang 10 is decagon. Then for maybe kanang 30-sided polygon, so that is ang uban na is 30 marabag 30th gon siya 30th gon ang pagtawag. So naay general formula ani in solving for irregular polygon. So here ako lang use nga example ang octagon, in which kaning atong area nga gi-derive karon is ma-apply ni siya sa tanan. So let's try first with this figure. This is a regular polygon. So regular polygon of side n, meaning n number of sides day. Sorry, this is n number of sides. Okay, so meaning mo-apply ni siya kung pila ka sides. Pwede kay 4, pwede 5, 6, 7, so on and so forth. So in analyzing a polygon class, mukuha lang ta og usa ka portion ana niya. So diri mag-derive ta using this octagon. So if this is the center of the polygon, since this is regular, meaning all the sides here are equal. Let's say this is side S. Tanan dira S na siya. So magkuha ra kag usa ka portion. So mag-project ka diri. And ang imong ma-project, ma-generate nimo is a rectangle, okay? Ato na i-extract sa rectangle. Pag extract ana atong dalhon diri para mas medyo maklaro nato. Okay, so naatay isosceles. Again, nganong isosceles ni? Because this is irregular kanang polygon, and then kaning angle nila, this one, ang side here is equivalent to this one. So they are equivalent. So here, given raman ang side, di ba? Given na ang S. And what is this one? Kaning theta dire. Di ba for irregular polygon, ang theta here, so we're going to denote this one as theta. Okay? Ang theta here is just equal to 360 divided by the number of sides, di ba? theta here is just equal to 360 degrees divided by number of sides. So if that is in an octagon, the theta there is 360 divided by 8. That is 45 degrees. If that is a pentagon, that is 360 divided by 5. The theta there is 72 degrees. Yun, anara. So here, naman tayo theta. Now, kung ato na siya i-project, maghimo na po ta diri og projection. Since this is a triangle, so we expect na natay height diri. This is height h and this is perpendicular. Of course, ang angle na pod since gitunga naman nato, so this now becomes theta over 2. And since ato pod gitunga, this now becomes s over 2. Picas pod is s over 2. Natunga na ya sides. So here, the formula for this one, since this is a triangle, the formula here is this is area is equals to 1/2. The base here is the side s, so kanin siya the entire s multiplied by the height h, so solving for the height h, actually maka-derive na punta or maka-extract na punta lang triangle ang katunga niya, diba? This one is theta over 2, this is height, and then this one is s over 2. Now, unsa man nga identity atong magamit ani in order to solve for h in terms of s over 2. Diba? The location of s over 2 is opposite to the angle, and then the height is adjacent. So, unsa may trigonometric identity ang magamit ni ini? Cosine? Okay, tangent. So, dito makagamit og cosine kay kung man siya kanang wala man tay given nga hypotenuse, only the adjacent and the opposite. So, therefore, we can say that that is tangent theta over 2 is equals to opposite, that is s over 2 all over the hypotenuse h. Okay, man na siya. Solving for h, interchange ring duha, that is h is equals to s over 2 times tangent theta over 2. So, mana siya ato ang kanang kuan height. So, therefore, ang area dire, okay, so ang area dire is equal to, so ato ibutan diha, area here, area is equals to 1/2, then s, since mao man ang expression ni h, okay, mao man ang expression ato ni h, so ato ni substitute ari. So we have s divided by 2 tangent of theta all over 2. Okay, so kanang simplifying, so this would become s squared all over 4 tangent of theta all over 2. That is only the area for a single portion of this regular kanang polygon. So since we assuming an atay n number of sides, so therefore we are going to multiply this area by n, okay, in order to get the final formula. So therefore the final formula here, area is equals to n times s squared all over 4 tangent of theta all over 2. Manang pagpangita, and then since ang theta kay dapat ato pa na siya i-express, okay, ato pa na siya kanang express into kuan, into n, a power of n, since kuan man ta, since we are dealing with a formula for n number of sides, So since na naman tayo the expression sa theta, diba theta is 360 divided by the number of sides. So substituting with that one, so we have n times s squared all over 4 tangent of 360 all over 2n. So 360 divided by 2, that is n all over 4. Ako lang i-extract ang 4. Multiplied by s squared all over this one. This is tangent of 180 over n. So this is now the formula for a regular polygon of n sides. So any sides, pwede yan niya. Bisa kay 4 sides, kuha gyapon. So way pangutanan eh. Nakuha ra? Walay pangutana class. So again na atong gi-multiply og ang kaning area sa triangle ato gi-multiply og pila pud ka sides kay di ba? Kung ato na ikuan sa, let's say for example for an octagon. So pila ka triangles ako na generate kani akong gi-drawing, di ba? 8 pud ka buok. So man atong gi-multiplyan po siya og n. Na usa, duha, tulo, upat, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the angle po nila tagsa-tagsa is equal kay regular man siya. So this is a regular polygon of n number of sides. So naipangutana so far? Wala na? So if wala na, then let's proceed to the second figure. So second figure ta. So for the second figure, naana pud tay regular nga polygon. This is a regular polygon that is inscribed in a circle. So this is a regular n nga polygon, meaning ato i-generalize nga assuming nga na siya n number of sides, we gonna a regular n polygon inscribed in a circle. Inscribed in a circle. So meaning nasa sulod sa circle ha. So here we're going to derive a formula nga ang given lang kay radius lang. Radius lang yun. Wa na ilain. So let's say this is the center point. Given lang tawag radius. So ang radius here is kani siya. From one vertex ato ilit siya nga r. So therefore the same sa atong gibuhat ganiya. Mo pili lang tag usa ka portion sa triangle. So let's say kani. So ato ma-generate nga triangle natay r, di na po tay r diri. Then of course nagi tay theta are. So ato na i-extract nga triangle. Ato i-extract ka, so mali siya. So we have here theta. This is r and this is r. Okay, so here, di ba? Naatay given two sides of the triangle and equal pigid sila, that is the radius. Unya naputay included angle nga theta. So unsa man to class? Kung nakainamdom pa mo unsa may formula ani sa kanisya. Unsa may area ani nga triangle. Unsa man atong formula gamiton. Di ba nani ganiha ato gining gibalik-balik. That is ang given kay duha ka sides unya included nila nga angle. Unsa man class? Unsa may area ani? Na may idea? What is the area for this one? So, kani siya, this is just equal to 1/2 katong ganiya good. 1/2 times the product of the two sides, that is r times r. So first, second side. So this 1/2 r squared, and then sine dayon. Sine of this theta. 1/2 r squared sine theta. Okay, so yan na ra. And then next, since given naman atong r, dapat wala na si theta. Okay, kailangan, wala na si theta, dapat okay rag na ay sine. So here, we're going to express kanang theta in terms of the number of sides for a polygon. Okay, number of sides of a polygon. So here, since this is only for a single triangle, so pila man ka triangle sa n ka polygon, that is also n times this area of this triangle. Therefore, the final area here, ato ba i-express si theta again ha? Theta is just equal to 360 degrees divided by the number of kanang sides. So kung magka-nag-increase ang side, magkaanam pod og kuan, magkaanam pod og gamay ang iyahang kanang value sa theta. So to solve for the final formula for a polygon with n sides, that is a sub n, is just equal to the number of sides n multiplied by this area. Okay, this area of this triangle, that is 1/2 r squared, then sine, and we all know that theta is 360 degrees all over n. So put here 360 all over n. Okay, so rearranging, this would become 1/2 n r squared sine 360 degrees divided by n. So this is the formula for a regular n side nga polygon with given radius. So meaning, naka-inscribe siya, na siya sulod sa circle. So naipangutana ni class so far? Naipangutana? Okay, so wala naman. Wala na. So proceed ta sa next. So importante kini siya nga formula class. Hope nga inyo ning gi-take note. So let's proceed to this one. Kani siyang area of a regular polygon na pod, but this time siya na po'y circumscribe sa circle. Ganiha magud siya ay nasa sulod sa circle, karon ang circle na pod mo ay sulod niya. So this is a regular n polygon circumscribing a circle. Circumscribing a circle. So mana siya. So diri ato na po i-project ang radius ani, given ang radius So the radius here is nara siya diri project siya sa side. Then this is perpendicular to our side S. And then kung mag-project na po kog lain, so this one from the point to the vertex, and then this one to the vertex, so nanapod tayo triangle nga ma-generate. Ato na po na siya i-extract na a triangle para maka-derive ta. So extracting that triangle, so nato na i-extract. Okay, so yan na siya. Then project ta, this is the radius. This is now our r. And then this is our theta. And here, dapat si r ramang yun ang given. So we need to find this kanang side. Of course, kanin siya, this is atala i-denote as S lang. Or S over 2 ni siya, S over 2. This one is S over 2. Okay. So, ang kwan ani, ang formula ani is that is 1/2 RS. So, di ba? The formula here is actually dili ta magagamit atong included angle since wala man ta kay baon say sukod ani kanila kakilid. Actually, pwede gud ta maka kuha ana, pwede pod because um by using kuan tangent, di ba? If ato na i-half na siya nga triangle, may ana iya projection. Okay, so we have here R, and then we have here S over 2. So I think dili gyapon. But anyways, useful gyapon ni siya nga kanang illustration. So dili lang ta atong 1/2 AB sin theta. We need to find another formula for the area of a triangle. So di ba naman tay kay ba mo to sa going back to the basic. So we have area is equals to 1/2 the base. Ang base ani is kani siya. So mo ang base multiplied by the height kani, that is the radius. So that is S times R. Now, solving for S in terms of theta and R. So, mara ni, gamit na niya to ang gidrawing nga second triangle kaning katunga ani niya. So, from here, since we are given S that is opposite to the angle theta over 2 and R adjacent, so we're gonna use the tangent identity. That is tangent theta over 2 is equals to opposite, that is S over 2 divided by the radius R. Here, solving for S, that is S is equals to 2R tangent theta all over 2. So, na naman tayo S, then ato na i-substitute ari. 3A. So, therefore, ang area din ni ani, area now becomes 1/2, then this is 2R tangent theta over 2 multiplied by R. So, here, makancel ni si 2. So, what's left is R squared tangent theta over 2. And for this regular n polygon, the theta, ang equivalent sa theta here, theta is equal to, again, same gyapon, 360 degrees divided by the number of sides. And then, the total area here is the area of this triangle, okay? The area of this triangle multiplied by the number of sides. Therefore, total area, that is total area, or the area of this regular polygon is equal to n multiplied by this one, that is R squared tangent theta over 2. More na siya. And then, since namatay theta in terms of the number of sides, we can substitute that one here. So, we now have a general expression, general formula, that is n R squared tangent of 360 degrees divided by 2n. That is n R squared tangent, kay ba matanga 360 divided by 2, 180. So, tangent 180 degrees divided by n. So, this is now the formula of irregular n-sided polygon circumscribing a circle. So, meaning, nasa sud niya si circle. With radius r. So, nasunod na class? Walay pangutana? Walay pangutana? Okay, so if walay pangutana, then let's proceed to the next one. That is the area of ellipse and parabolic segment. So here, actually, di na ito i-derive kay kuha naman na siya. Ang derivation niya is kuha na. Derivation ani is integral calculus na. So, out of bounds na sa ato ang discussion. Anyways, para para ma-inform mo. So for ellipse, so the left side is the ellipse. The area here for an ellipse. Now, ang sa ellipse before that, ang sa ellipse is na siya gitawag nga major axis o minor axis. So kanang taas, that is the major axis. Okay? That is the major axis. And this one from the center, then there is a picas mo na siyang A. Therefore, the length of the major axis is 2A. And then this is the minor axis. Ang half niya is B. So the total length of the major axis is 2B. So this is the, minor. Minor axis, and this one is the major axis. So yan na class. And the area for the ellipse is that is equal to pi AB ra. Pi AB. So mana siya? Area sa ellipse. Dali ra. And if napog kay parabolic segment, so din siya parabola ha, parabolic segment. Kaya ang parabola wala siya area. Parabolic segment part sa parabola. Let's say kani nga segment ato pangitag area. So for a parabola, we only need kanang two parameters here. That is the height, sa ato i-label. That is the height of the parabola, h. Then next, ikadua is the width of the parabola. So the area here is expressed as for a parabolic segment di, area is equal to 2/3 times the height and the width. So, mara sila. This is for an ellipse and a parabolic segment. Okay. So, napa mo? Napa mo, class? Are you still following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's proceed. Kani siya last is the area of a spherical zone. Actually, yung pag-derive po ani, napunin sa inyong higher mathematics. But anyways, just to inform you, if ever na magawas, pero actually, wala gini siya sa module. Ako lang ginigi-discuss sa inyo para, anyways, para na may additional nga knowledge, niya, gamit po ni pohon. Kay, wala naman good mo yung subject nga solid mensuration, so katong yun ako ganiha, so mas better nga, ako lang itulo sa inyo. So, for a spherical zone, always remember, ang pasabot ng spherical zone is kanang area sa outside the sphere. Portion lang, dili ang total surface area sa sphere. Mo na gitawag nga spherical zone. Ang iyang area is just equal to 2 pi the radius of the sphere r, naas tong kuan kaning r, multiplied by the height of this zone, meaning gikan sa tip kani diri nya to any kuan, any point or any height within the sphere. So that is 2 pi r h. Mara siya, mara niyang area sa ato spherical zone. Okay, so if runay pangutana, then let's have some examples before tamo stop. Examples for areas ni siya. So I took this problem from your kuan, from your module. So considered here a figure. So we have here a circular swimming pool daw that is 10 meters in diameter is enclosed by a wooden deck that is 2 meters wide. What is the area of the deck and how much fence is required to enclose the deck? Okay. So here, naata diri, yung nakita sa figure. So, kaning blue, manay swimming pool. Then, gi-enclose siya og wooden deck that is 2 meters wide. So, meaning, nga nakabag-on. And then, pila daw kunoy fence ang required to enclose the deck. So, meaning, ang outside perimeter pasabot na. So, given given here is we have the diameter of the swimming pool. So ato ikuan ds, that is 10 meters. So swimming pool diameter, the next is ang thickness sa wooden deck. So kanang kilid sa swimming pool gali, so wood man la gamit. So that is thickness of the wooden deck is equals to 2 meters. So required here. The required is what is the area of the deck. So that is area of the deck. So AD, area of the wooden deck. And then ikaduha is how much fence is required to enclose the deck. So ang outside diameter daw aning wooden deck. So kani kuralan man ko ni ingon man sa problem. So kuralan ni siya pila kay magamit. Okay, pila magamit. So unsa may pasabot anang coral class kung sa circle? That is the unsa man? Is it the area or the perimeter? Unsa man na class? Perimeter or circumference, di ba? So that is the circumference of the deck. Butang nato circumference of the deck. Okay, so solution. So solution here, atong una is the area of the deck. Actually, ang pag-solve sa area of the deck, that is just, so area of the deck is just equal to the area of the outside circle minus the area of the swimming pool. Okay? And then, what is the formula for the area of the outside circle? That is just equal to pi. Okay? Since given man ang diameter, so we're going to use sa katawang ipakita ninyo, that is pi over 4. Then the outside here, unsa may diameter sa outside? That is just equal to the diameter of the swimming pool plus twice the thickness sa deck, that is 2 times t squared. Nga naman, so ato i-visualize basig mo naglibog mo. So ano siya? If this is the diameter of the swimming pool, so this is ds until here. Onya, ingon man ta, ang outside diameter mo ni siya. So kani siya. So meaning ds plus 2t. Tungod kay kani siya dire, this is t and then this one also is t. So 2t siya. So the outside diameter is ds plus 2t, then squared kay area man minus area sa swimming pool. So area sa swimming pool is just pi over 4. Again, in terms of diameter na siya, mo nang gi-over 4 na ako. Kaya ito mo nag-derive ganiha. So minus pi over 4 ds squared. So ato i-plug in ang mga values. So we have pi over 4. Then our ds here is 10 meters. So put here 10 meters plus 2 times the thickness is 2 meters. Then ato siya is square minus pi over 4, then ds here is 10, then squared. So the answer here is pi over 4, then we have 10 plus 4 squared minus 10 squared. So the answer here is 24 pi. So the area of the deck is 24 pi. So this is 24 pi or approximately equal to 75.40. 75.40 square meter. So mana siya area sa deck, kanang wooden deck, kanang nakapalibot sa circumference sa swimming pool. Mana siya ang first nga requirement. The second one is the circumference of the deck. So CD. Now for CD, circumference of the deck CD is just equal to 2 pi r or 2 pi d. So that is 2 pi r or pi d lang. So kani siya may mo ni siya og pi d, and then the diameter of the outside, and we all know that the diameter of the outside is just the sum of the diameter of the swimming pool and twice the thickness of the deck. That is pi times ds plus 2t. That is pi, then diri so ang diri niya ang ds is 10 meters. So 10 meters plus 2 times the thickness here is 2. So the answer here is 14 pi. 14 pi, that is 43.98. That is 43.98 meters. Okay? So, mo na siya ang fence nga imong kailangan para enclose nimo ang deck. Okay? So, nakuha ra? Nasunod ra class? Okay. So, let's proceed to the second example. So, we have here a normal window consists of a rectangle surmounted by a semicircle. So, nasa figure. Then, find the area of the normal window shown in the illustration. So, how much wood frame is needed to enclose the window? So, mingkag how much wood frame is needed to enclose the window, that is just the perimeter of the window, kaning outside. Kani. Outside niya. So, wala. Unsa man na ito pagkuhan? Unsa man na ito pag-solve? So, required here is, first is the area of the window. So, that is AW. So, area of this normal window. Then, ikaduha is the perimeter of this window. So, perimeter of normal window. Okay, so solution. So here, as you notice sa normal window, di ba unsa man siya nga kanang quadrilateral, di ba? This is a square. Di ba? We have a square here. I mean, ato i-verify if square ba na siya. Okay? Sa akong pagkita, marag di siya square. So, ato i-verify kung square ba na siya or rectangle. Kaya nabi atay mga given nga mga dimensions. So, this one daw, kani siya, this is 1.2. Kani siya dire, this is 2, this is in meters or units lang. This is 2 units. So here, kung ato i-extract ning usa ka panel sa window, ato i-extract ha. Ato i-extract ang usa ka panel, ang measure niya sa ubos is half sa aning 1.2. So what is half of 1.2? That is 0.6, di ba? And what is its height? Its height is just 2 divided by 3. That is 2/3. 2/3 unit. Okay? Kay 2 meters divided by 3. Tulo man ni ka window pane pataas. So therefore, how many kanang panels are there? Natay usa, duha, tulo, upat, lima, unom. So 6 ni kabuk. So 6 pieces. And the last one is ang semicircle. Ayan na siya. Semicircle ni siya. So we have here a semicircle. Okay, if that is semicircle, so half ni siya, this is the radius. If that is the radius, automatic, kanipod siya, this is also the radius. And we already know this one, di ba? Kani siya. Ang sukod ani is just 0.6. So the radius of this semicircle is equal to 0.6 units. So therefore, the total area of the window, that is AW, is equals to 6 pieces of this rectangle. So that is 6 times 2/3 times 0.6 plus the area of this semicircle. So ang area of semicircle is 1/2 of the area of the circle. So the area of the circle in terms of radius is pi r squared. So that is pi r squared. And r squared, so ato na i-substitute na lang. R here is 0.6, so that is pi times 0.6 squared. So again, 1/2 siya kay semicircle naman, so 1/2 siya. So here, simplifying, mahimo na siyang 6 times 2/3 multiplied by 0.6, then plus 1/2 multiplied by pi, then 0.6 squared. So the answer is 2.97 approximately. 2.97 units squared or squared units. That is the area of this Norman window. So, mao na siya. Next, ikaduha. The perimeter of the Norman window. So, ang perimeter ni ani, ay mo ray add. That is, ang sa perimeter ani? Tibutan diri, PW. PW is equal to this one, 1.2. So, that is 1.2. Next, duha ka buok 2, kani nga side 2 and 2. That is plus 2 times 2 plus the circumference of this semicircle, kani siya. The circumference of this semicircle, so unsay circumference sa whole circle, that is 2 pi r. So, divide by 2 na siya kay half raman. So, that is 1/2 2 pi r. So, ato siya i-simplify. 1.2 times, 1.2 plus 4, that is 5.2. This is 5.2, then plus, makancel na siya. So, we have pi multiplied by the radius, that is 0.6. So, simplifying this, the perimeter of this Norman window is 5.2 plus pi times 0.6. So, the answer is 7.08. So, the perimeter is 7.08 units. So, this is the perimeter of the Norman window. Mana siya. Okay, so, naipangutana? Naipangutana, class? Wala na?